Hi everyone, happy Saturday! We have another Clues by Sam, a tricky one today. And if you don't know what Clues by Sam is, it is a daily puzzle where there is 20 people and each of them has to be assigned as a criminal or an innocent, and you gotta figure what they are using the clues that they themselves give you. We are here doing this every day, and if you wanna play as well, there is a link in the description to take you to it. And if you wanna do it along with me, then I'm gonna start mine right now and I'm gonna explain my logic as I go. So let's see how we differ. Let's start now. We start with Pam telling us there is only one innocent below Gary. She is an innocent and she is below Gary, so we know that both Kay and Vince, who are also below Gary, are not innocents. And now Kay says that all criminals in row 2 are connected. Okay. We don't know how many criminals are in row 2, so let's leave that there and let's look at Vince's clue. There is only one innocent to the right of Gary. Okay. So we know that to the right of Gary, there's 3 people. 2 of them are innocents, right? That means that Isaac has to be... Oh, 2 of them are criminals, sorry. That means that Isaac has to be one of the criminals because both criminals have to be connected in row 2. That makes Isaac a criminal for sure. We don't know about Hilda and Jerry though. We know just that they're one or the other. Now, what does Isaac say about Flora? Flora is one of Chuck's 2 innocent neighbors. So Chuck is here. Flora is an innocent. The second innocent neighbor for Chuck's gonna be down here in row 2. It's either gonna be Hilda or Jerry, so that means that Bruce is not an innocent. He's a criminal. Now Flora says that only one column has exactly 2 innocents. Okay, we don't know what column that is yet, so let's leave that there and let's look at Bruce's. There's an odd number of criminals in row 2. Well, we know there's 2 criminals here in this row, right? So far. That's Isaac, the first one. The second criminal is going to be either Hilda or Jerry, and the third one has to be Gary. So, if Gary and Isaac are both criminals, and Kay says that all criminals in row 2 are connected, Hilda has to be the third criminal, right? That makes Jerry an innocent. And now, we don't need Kay's clue or Vince's. We have a lot of new clues. Flora's we've read already, so let's look at Gary's. Only one of the 2 innocents in column C is Zara's neighbor. So column C has 2 people neighboring. Now that I've seen that there's koalas here, why the koalas? Is it a special day for koalas? Australians out there, tell me about it. Well, back to Zara. She has 2 people neighboring her in column C. One of them is an innocent, the other one is a criminal. Well, my mouse is freaking out. And there's 2 innocents total in that column, so that makes Nick and Chuck a one or the other pair as well. And we don't know who's who here. Now Jerry's clue. An odd number of innocents in row 3 neighbor Isaac. Row 3. That means that all 3 people who neighbor Isaac in row 3 might be innocents, or just one of them, we don't know yet. But we still have Hilda's clue. Only one of the 4 innocents neighboring Nick is in column B. Where's Nick? Nick is here, and in column B there's 3 people neighboring him. One of them neighbors Nick. So that means that either Lisa... What color do I use now? I'm confused. Either Lisa or Ro are an innocent, the other one is a criminal, but Nick still needs 4 innocent neighbors total. One of them is Jerry. There's 2 more among Olivia, Uma, and Tom. But if we look back at Flora's clue, that clue says that only one column has exactly 2 innocents, and that column is column C, right? Because Gary says that 2 innocents in column C. So we know that column B couldn't be the column with 2 innocents, and it already has one, who's either gonna be Lisa or Raul. So one that couldn't be an innocent. Otherwise, column B would also have 2 innocents. One that has to be a criminal. Now Wanda, the koala, says there's an odd number of criminals neighboring Zara, and one of them is in column C. That's an odd number. If Uma were to be a criminal as well, that would be 2, an even number, so Uma can't be a criminal actually. She has to be an innocent. Now Uma says that only one of the 3 instances neighboring her is to the right of K. Well, there's 2 people to the right of K neighboring Uma, so one of them only is an instant. And that means that we're running out of colors already. That the single instant that neighbors Isaac in row 3 is here neighboring Uma as well. Because if Lisa were to be an instant as well, then Isaac would have an even number of people neighboring him in row 3. And that can happen according to Jerry. So Lisa has to be a criminal, which makes Raul an innocent. The koala can talk. Yeah, that's really weird. Now Lisa says that only one koala has exactly 4 criminal neighbors. Oh, I don't think it's gonna be Wanda the koala. She couldn't have 4 criminal neighbors. She's gonna have 2, right? Because she has Vance, that's one. The second one is either gonna be Tom, the second koala, or Xena. That means that Tom has to be the koala with 4 criminal neighbors. 2 of them we already know about. The third one is gonna be either Nick or Olivia. So that makes Xena and Zara a one or the other. Oh, running out of clues. Why is my mouse doing this? I think it's running out of juice. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 criminal neighbors for Tom the koala. And Uma says that she has 3 instant neighbors. So one of them is either Nick or Olivia. The second one is going to be either Xena or Zara. That makes Tom the third one. So Tom has to be an instant, which makes Xena, is it? A criminal. And because Xena is a criminal, Zara is an instant. Now, what else do we figure here? Oh, we figured that column A couldn't have 2 instances and it already has one, who's Pam. So Andrea has to be a criminal. I thought that would give me a new clue, but it didn't. So let's look around. I guess we don't need Lisa's clue anymore. There's 4 instances neighboring Nick. How many instances does Nick have already? 4. So that makes Olivia a criminal. And that makes Nick himself an instant. Now, Nick being an instant makes Chunk a criminal. So we are done with the puzzle. That was really quick. For a tricky one, less than 7 minutes. Really good. Nice one. Especially for a Saturday. I enjoyed this. I don't know why the koalas were there. So I'm gonna have to look into that. Is it koala day? Something? Preservation wise? I don't know. But I'll leave the puzzle here for today. Let me know if you played it as well and how it went for you. Let me know what was the tricky part for you, because lately I'm interested in that. What's being considered tricky in these puzzles. And I'll be back here again tomorrow with more Clues by Sam, so see you tomorrow. Bye bye.